Well, guys, I took the bike out for a ride. When the hell was it? This is Thursday. Right now it's Thursday around 1 a.m. in the morning. I think I took the bike out Tuesday morning. I took it around the neighborhood. And as soon as I went down my street, I found out my front brakes were nil to none. So I'm thinking, well, because they're cold, I haven't rode it for 4.5 months, and as I'm going down the streets of the neighborhood, the front brakes weren't changing. They were just nil to none. Where before, I could stop the bike just with the front brake alone. My rear brakes are cool. My rear brakes are good. Man, my lips chapped. So I came home, I felt underneath the caliper, and there's brake fluid coming out of the caliper seals. So I have to rebuild the front caliper. And so let me show you where I am right now. Okay, we took the banjo fitting off. We're going to replace the banjo fitting with a new one. And we're getting new copper washers for this. It comes with the copper washers as well. Now let's show you where I am right over here. We have the caliper apart. I was able to take the two big pistons out just with compressed air. Now if you do this, these pop out like a bullet, okay? You got to really watch. So the kit comes with these two little O-rings right here. There's one on each side. We're going to replace these O-rings. And we're going to replace they're more like flat O-rings that go in the pistons. These will come out with a pick, with this pick right here. Now, I was able to blow these two out with compressed air. These two here, I'm going to have to buy the tool. So these come out halfway. I'd say they're about halfway, maybe a quarter of the way out. So I have to buy that tool. The motorcycle caliper piston removal tool. I have to send away for one of those, which is what I'm going to do right now after I get a cup of coffee in me. And what that'll do, that'll fit inside there. And then as you go like this, and you'll wiggle it back and forth and lift it up at the same time, these should come out. And then what we'll do is we'll replace these seals that go in each one of these. And we'll replace these guys here. We'll blow everything out, make sure there's nothing clogged up. We'll blow this one here out as well. And replace my brake fluid. And I should be cool. I think last year, hold on, let me talk to you guys face to face here. Last year I rebuilt the rear master cylinder. I think my front master cylinder is okay. I think it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's okay. Now in the future I might have to rebuild the rear caliper as well. Right now my rear brakes are cool. But see, that's why it's good every once in a while, guys, to feel around your caliper to make sure there's no oil coming out of it. Because these are what? These are like $400 or $500 per caliper. So when the tool comes in, I'll do that as I take them out. But yeah, these the larger ones here, when you blow these out with air, what I did is I had to cover both holes with my fingers, and then I put compressed air in through here, and they will pop out like a bullet. I mean, they're not going to be as aggressive as a bullet coming out of a gun, but you got to watch. Put like a rag over that big piston. That way, when it pops out, damaged, and it won't hit nothing. But yeah, it's definitely, the seals are definitely messed up. It's probably from the cold weather, you know. I don't have heat in here, but I have this window open getting heat from my basement, and it probably gets like, when it's real bad, it probably gets like maybe 20 degrees in here, and that's no good for all these rubber parts. I have to get heat in here. I'm gonna have to get heat in here for next year, because all that cold weather, man, all that does is just, it affects all this little crap like this, all these rubber parts. It affects them. It's like the belt. It's like the final drive belt on these bikes. They're made out of a lot of plastic, and cold weather and plastic don't agree. I'm going to have to find out where I read that about those belts, what they're completely made out of. But they are made out of plastic. There's plastic mixed in with those. I think there's, if I remember correctly, I think there's plastic, and I think there's Teflon, and there's something else, probably rubber, but there's something else mixed in with them. They're extremely strong belts. From the braking strength on those, man, you could probably tow like a locomotive with one of these belts on these bikes. But there is plastic in them, and the cold weather just doesn't agree with them whatsoever. But when I took the bike out, it shifts real good. It goes into neutral real easy now. Ever since I put that easy pull clutch ramp in, neutral is really easy to find. Where before I'd have to rev it, and as the revs come down, I was able to put it in neutral. I don't have to do that anymore. Which that was a pain in the ass doing that. That was a real pain in the ass. You guys that don't have one of these easy pulls, man, you got to get one on. You got to put it on if you can find one. Because I don't even think they're being made just yet. I happen to find one that was used. So, all right, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee, guys. Wash my hands. I tried everything to get these little pistons out without buying a tool. What I did was there's like the little hole in here. I tried covering that up with my finger. I tried covering these up at the same time. It just ain't gonna work. You have to have the tool to take these pistons out. There's no way around it. There's just no way around it. And there's a better tool. I think it's called OTB pliers, and naturally they're unavailable. There's 3 tools to take these out. Motion Probe makes one. It's like a real tiny little hickey. Then there's the pliers where the fitting fits inside here, and then as you screw the little, it's like a little thumb screw. You screw that down, and it expands it, and then you wiggle it and pull it up at the same time. Then there's the better tool that's supposed to be the best one, and naturally, of course, naturally that one is unavailable. So I'm gonna see what I can buy, and we'll give it a shot. And I hate to put heat on these, because these are aluminum, and these are very expensive, so I don't want to put any heat on these. And then once I get the pistons out, I'll blow these out with compressed air. Another reason why I think the seals fail on this stuff here is because of the .5 brake fluid that Big Dog Motorcycles recommends you use. But that's what they recommend, and that's what we have to use.